All right, here we are. Now it's Bob is getting into the office a little bit later, and he wants to create a new local file for his gallery project as well. So the first thing he's going to do, go up here, click on the application, pull down, go to options. We see that username is Bob, and we're going to go to file locations. Again, this is not a good spot. This is too generic. We're going to go hit browse, and I'm going to go into Bob local files. Okay, and inside of there I could create more backup files, but that's the one that got created from the previous day. Okay, so I'm just going to say Bob local files and set that as the folder. Okay, so there's my default folder, and there is my username. Hit OK. Okay, now meanwhile over here on the C drive, okay, under documents, we have Bob local files. Okay, here's yesterday's file, Gallery Bob and Gallery Bob backup. So I could go in here right now and pick on here and change this and put a date on it. So I could say Bob dash 01 02 2011 or something like that. Okay, and then probably take this, do a shift middle mouse button and grab that, Control C, copy it to the clipboard. I'm renaming these files before I do anything. Okay, click on there and then boom. So I've renamed yesterday's file and folder, and that's just done prior to. Now back inside of here, I've set my folder and my name. I go in here and I say open. So I open, I go get a new, fresh Workset file, gallery project. There's that central file again. Create new local file. So what it's going to do now is it's going to create new file in that folder. Okay, and it's going to append Bob's name to here. Now, because the other one got renamed, it's not going to ask me to overwrite, and it's not going to tell me that my backups are going to be deleted because I've already renamed that. So, central gallery, open, opens up that file, and when it opens it, it automatically saves it and creates some folders. Because if I go back here before I've done anything and I go to my C drive, look. Central Gallery Bob, there's the file it just created. It put my name on the end of it, and it created the backup folder, and there's yesterday's folders. So again, you can have this in any work process you want. So that's really the best way to do it. Set your folder, open your central file, and then create this backup. From there on in, all we have to do is start working. Okay, so Bob can go in, and now he goes to collaborate, and he goes to Worksets. Okay, we're going to talk about this in our next couple of videos on the actual editing and using of Worksets, rather than the users and the logins and folders and stuff. So meanwhile, Bob goes in here, and he can check out the whole Workset if he wants, okay, or he can just go in and edit it. Now, if you pick on any object, and you look at the properties of that object, they all have an instance property, and it tells you what workset they're in. And right now everything is in Workset 1 because that's where everything got placed. So if Bob goes in and decides to edit this roof, you'll see this, it says that he doesn't have it checked out. If he decides to edit it, or he just clicks here to check it out, he's now borrowed that element. He hasn't checked out the entire workset, but he's checked out this one element from the workset. And no one else has it checked out right now. If I go into my Worksets right now, it's going to say over here, borrowers. Look, Bob's showing up now as a borrower of Workset 1. I didn't completely check it out. I've only taken out one element. And that's as far as detail as it's going to give you right now. So I hit OK. So now Bob can go in here and he can edit this roof. Edit the footprint. Pick on this. Slide it over. Click Finish. He's edited that roof. Okay, so now Bob wants to synchronize and let everyone see that he's made those changes. So what he's going to do is, when you click on here, you can say synchronize now, or you can say check your settings. Now look, borrowed elements is all of a sudden showing up. Revit is smart enough to know I've borrowed an element. Okay, so after synchronizing, do I want to relinquish my borrowed elements? No, I don't. I'm just going to hit OK, right? Now I'm going to synchronize, but I haven't updated that roof, okay, to the main database. If Doug opens up his file, he won't see this change, okay? What I need to do is, actually I shouldn't say that. He would see the change. I have synchronized. It just stays borrowed. Okay, yes, it definitely has changed. So if Doug does open up this file, or Daryl, they will see this because I have synchronized. That's a mistake. They won't be able to edit this roof until I relinquish it. Synchronizing is one thing. That writes to the database. Relinquishing the object gives it up for editing for other people. So what I want to do now is I can say relinquish all mine. Boom, I do that. Now if I go in here, I'm no longer borrowed. Relinquish just says give it all up. Put it back, synchronize first, and then you relinquish. Okay, so I say okay, I've got nothing checked out. Okay, so now I can go up into here, and what happens if I hit close? So close, it says okay, you've made changes. First of all, you want to save locally, or do you not want to save? You always want to save locally. And then because the synchronized was just done, you don't need to synchronize because they're already synchronized. Okay, so we'll come back and now talk a little bit more about the actual guts of two people editing work sets and splitting up our work set one.